government and asked if I would help coordinate this effort to bring the karate masters in a goodwill program, an exchange of culture, goodwill, and to show us the expertise and the Okinawan pride in being known as the birthplace of karate. And so here we could not be more fortunate than to be honored with the presence of the prefectural government membership, as well as the karate masters representing different systems and styles from Okinawa. I'd like to welcome Mr. Yamanaka from the Okinawan Prefectural Government.
皆様こんばんは。
Good evening, everyone.
私は今ご紹介をいただきました沖縄県文化観光スポーツ部空手振興課長の山川と申します。
Hello, my name is Tetsuo Yamanaka, and I'm from the Okinawa government.
本日はですね、来年沖縄県で開催されます
Today I came for two purposes. The first is to promote the first ever Okinawa Karate International Tournament that will be held next August, as well as have this opportunity here to have a performance exchange with the Japan members.
後ほどですね、皆様が日頃鍛えている空手の武術、それを体験させていただきます。
I will have an opportunity to see the actual performance later on.
その後、来年開催します第1回
After the local performance, I would like to explain and share with you details about this very first international tournament.
最後にですね、沖縄からやってまいりました5人の空手家による模範演舞をご覧いただきたいと思います。
We will also have a performance by the Japan members following that.
限られた時間ではありますけども、実り多い内容にしていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。
It will be a very short time, but I hope it will be a worthwhile experience for everyone here today. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
I would also like at this point to bring up Ahagon Sensei for a few words. Ahagon is the chairman of the martial arts committee here. Ahagon Sensei.
皆さんこんばんは。私たちは沖縄から参りました。
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ahagon, head of the USA Promotional Exchange Team. We came from Okinawa today.
沖縄は空手発祥の地です。沖縄伝統の空手は
Karate originated in Okinawa. Traditional karate from Okinawa evolved and spread across the ocean all over the world, and is an art that is well known to everyone today.
沖縄の伝統空手は沖縄の空手から今や世界の空手に大きく発展。
Karate has become the medium for international exchange, connecting many people around the world who have similar passion. There are many budoka that cherishes karate and kobudo around the world today.
皆さんもすでにご存知と思いますが、来年の8月
As you all know by now, next August we will hold the very first Okinawa Karate International Tournament.
沖縄で来年の開催に向けてですね、実行委員会を立ち上げ、
Earlier this year, we have created a committee to prepare for this tournament, and the preliminary rounds for Okinawa will begin next March. In addition, March of 2017, this year, the Okinawa Karate Kaikan opened. This facility has a resource center where you can study the history of karate and is a wonderful place appropriate to welcome many who love the art of karate. So next August, I hope to see many of the karateka present here today to join us in Okinawa and to connect and share your passions through a competition with karateka from all over the world.
多数の方がお越しいただきありがとうございます。
Through this performance exchange, you can feel and touch upon the atmosphere of Okinawa.
どうぞ有意義な交流を演舞会にしていただきたいと思います。ありがとうございます。
I hope today's performance exchange exchange will be a worthwhile experience for you. Thank you very much.
I'd like to introduce Sensei Yagi, Meitatsu Yagi-san. Hey, this is Yagi Sensei. His style is Goju-ryu, and he is, Yagi Sensei is a 10th Dan, Sohonbu Yagi Dojo. So, Yagi Sensei, hey. Next, we have Nakazato, Minoru Nakazato Sensei is a 10th Dan. This is unbelievable. His style is, once again, Okinawa Karate Do, Shorinkan Association. And his dojo is Okinawa Karate Do, Shorinkan Sohonbu Dojo. And Nakazato Sensei also is as I stated, Shorinryu, Kobayashi Shorinryu, and we are his counterparts, Matsubayashi Shorinryu. So welcome to Little Tokyo. Kikugawa Sensei. Hey, Kikugawa Masanari Sensei. He's representing Goju-ryu, and his style is Okinawan Goju-ryu Karate Do Kyokai, and his dojo is the Kikugawa Dojo, and Kikugawa Sensei is a 9th Dan in his Goju-ryu system, so we're honored with his presence too. Hey. And then we have Shimabukuro Sensei, Harukichi Shimabukuro Sensei. And his style is Uechi-ryu, so we're really pleased to have someone practicing Uechi-ryu in the house. You don't see a lot of Uechi-ryu practitioners out here on the West Coast, so it's really good to have an Uechi-ryu master here. His style is Uechi-ryu Karate Do, and his dojo is Uechi-ryu Karate Do Naha Minami Shibukan, and Sensei Shimabukuro is 8th Dan. So we're very pleased to have these 5 karate masters. Also, now demonstrations by karate masters from Okinawa. If I can call up first, Shimabukuro Sensei. And Hiromi will give you a description of what you'll see.
Sansei-ryu is the highest ranked kata of Uechi-ryu, and it prepares for fighting against an opponent's attack from all directions, so the movement is very fluid. The strong, fast, tenacious action integrates into one smooth line of motion, which is a very artistic routine. Sensei, onegai shimasu.
I just simply wanted to become stronger, so I decided to enter a dojo. So I started when I was 13, but before I was in a different style, and then when I became 20, I moved over to the Uechi-ryu. and I've been there since then. So the message I would like to say is to have the heart of martial art, which is to train to not to attack others, but to polish yourself. So we obviously start with the kata, the form, which is the basic and the most important part, and then we move on to building the core, doing some I guess core building or muscle building, and then for the younger generation we do sparring. So back then when I started, there were no gears whatsoever, and that's how we trained. But now we actually use headgears. For beginners, we actually have headgears and everything. So in terms of safety issues, we have that covered. And as they level up, they take them off and train. So I think compared to past, it's changed. But in terms of the the menu or what we do for training, it has not changed a single thing since what my master taught me. I don't have any issues with it. Safety first again, and so but what we do hasn't changed. The training itself hasn't changed, so it's fine.
As you
mentioned, yes, the form doesn't change, the training doesn't change, and that's one of the reasons why we are doing this tournament next year. It is because we want to continue this tradition, passing down from the next generation to the future generation, and that's one of the purposes. And we also have this committee that contributes to keeping basically the form and the training the same. Next, we would like to ask Kikugawa sensei. He will be performing the kururunfa. Open hand offense and defense are the major features of this kata, which begins by moving away from the opponent's attack and executing kansetsugeri from hijikuriuke with smooth movement. The center of gravity remains relatively constant throughout the large line of motion, going from soft to quick movements. The kata produces an effect of larger movement with a series of quick movements. Sensei, onegai itashimasu. I initially started because I wanted to become strong, but eventually I found that it wasn't that I fight it, it was fighting others. It was more for protecting myself, and eventually I realized that I'm fighting not against others but towards my weaknesses that I see, and so that's something that's keeping me continuing to train. For me, it doesn't really change no matter what the age is, but I try to train depending on what my strength is, my physical capability is. So yes, physically I do find certain limitations, but there's so much more that I can realize now that I've aged, and because I've aged, and so I see more discoveries day by day. So as I said, as you continue going on, you find new discoveries day by day, and that's what keeps me motivating to continue practice and training. Next, we will have Nakazato sensei do Goju Shiho. Goju Shiho, which means 54 steps, is one of the representative kata along with Kasai and Kusangu in Shorin-ryu. This kata is the last of the 14 kata that Shugoro Nakazato taught. Nakazato was a direct student of Toshin Shibana, the founder of Shorin-ryu. It takes a long time to acquire this kata, as it
attack and receive strikes. 先生お願いいたします。
四方。
私は父が
I started karate when I was 5 years old. My father is actually Shugoro Nakazato, the great master, and I was just very inspired by my father to start practicing and doing karate.
変えずに
So my father, along with the predecessor, Choshin Chibana sensei, they always mentioned to not change the kata or the form, which is one of the most important things. And I continue to do the same, is to teach the exact same form to the next generation, because the teaching they taught me was that if you're going to change it, then just might as well do something completely new. As you know, Okinawa karate has cherished this importance of continuing the same kata from generation to generation, connecting it to the next generation, and to kind of see this, in a sense, a new style where they focus more on the performance aspect is a little bit somewhat troubling in some senses. Karate, in a sense, is a path to finding happiness. So training your body, physical body, to be healthy, and having that strong mindset of endurance is very important, along with your mentality along with it. And so if you have those two, I think regardless of whether you do Okinawa karate or the tradition or the karate that you see out there, I think it doesn't have any distinction. But again, it is a way of life. So I wish to see that people don't just do when they're young and then quit when they become old.
続けていくことは別に悪いことだとは思っておりません。
Next, we will have Yagi sensei do Dento. This kata is considered to be a fundamental kata, Teishu kata of Goju-ryu, and it covers a variety of receiving and attacking techniques, including attacks to fatal spots. The sequence consists of efficient movements, and it contains ultimate techniques for fighting. Sensei, onegai itashimasu.
My name is Meitatsu Yagi. I do teach Goju-ryu, and I started when I was 5, since my father is my teacher. So I've been practicing almost close to 7 years. So I go to many countries to have seminars all over the countries so far. So we do teach traditional karate. Many masters teach how to fight, we teach how not to fight. And in case you have to fight, many teachers teach how to win, we teach how not to lose. So my master used to say, when you study karate, don't put your main purpose to study karate technique itself. You should study way of life through karate. This is our final goal to reach. It is more important to have a peace all over the countries through karate. So I want young people to study either karate or kobudo or some another kind of martial arts. I do teach at Naha City in Okinawa, and I've been teaching over there, studying my father close to 100 years. Welcome to coming to my dojo, even by group or by even individual person. We are welcome and to teach fair and equal. This is our belief.
And lastly, we would like to have Ahagon Sensei. He will be performing the Kusanku Dai. Kusanku is one of the representative kata of Shorin-ryu. This kata is designed to defend against attacks from all four directions. The sequence includes a series of techniques, such as a simultaneous combination of Sokuto and Uraken, as well as a stunning and magnificent combination of Nidan, Tsuki, and Kiri. This most difficult kata in Shorin-ryu is from Sui-Ti, old style of karate practice in Shuri. Sensei, onegai itashimasu.
Sanku, Dai!
So I started karate when I was 17. I entered a dojo called under Nakazato Shugoro Sensei, and I trained to him directly for 4 years. And then after I trained 30 years under the very renowned Nakazato Shugoro sensei for 30 years. So having the heart of martial arts is one of the most important things. It is very important to understand the spirits of our past pioneers who have kept this art alive throughout the generations, and to pass that down to the next generation. Having that kind of spirit and having that strong heart is very important. So I would like to continue spreading the spirit of Okinawa karate, which promotes peace, in a sense, peace at heart, to as many people as possible around the world.
Kata from 5 different Okinawan karate masters. Since karate was introduced to Japan, the versions of Kusanku and Goju Shiho and the other katas have evolved into different interpretations as it moved into mainland Japan. But here you see the origins of the kata as they were initially developed. So thank you very much.